Welcome back to Springfield, where things are about to get intense on the mini golf course. That's right, today we're diving deep into The Simpsons Season 2, Episode 6, Dead Putting Society. This episode is the ultimate showdown of dad egos, childhood pressure, and the bizarre world of miniature golf rivalry, all wrapped into a battle between Homer Simpson and the nicest neighbor in cartoon history, Ned Flanders. This isn't just about windmills and tiny castles. Folks, this episode gives us character development, great satire on masculinity, and, of course, peak Homer pettiness. So grab your putters and let's get into it. The calm before the golf storm. The episode starts innocently enough. Homer mowing the lawn at, well, Homer speed. Things take a turn when he notices Ned Flanders' perfect lawn and immaculate home. In true Homer fashion, pure jealousy kicks in. This episode showcases classic Homer's biggest weakness, feeling inferior to Ned Flanders. It's a theme that will haunt Homer for decades. Things escalate when Todd Flanders invites Bart to putting practice. But Homer sees it as something far more sinister. The Flanders family flexing their perfection all over him. And honestly, the Flanders family fun day vibe would probably make me spiral too. The big mini golf challenge. Lisa, being the supportive sister that she is, encourages Bart to enter the local mini golf tournament after seeing his potential. Meanwhile, Ned, being the friendly neighbor, asks Homer if Bart might like to join Todd. Instead of a normal conversation about kids and miniature golf, Homer takes this as a declaration of war. And because Homer can't lose, especially to his perfect neighbor, he drags Bart into an intense father-son training montage. That's half martial arts, half putting practice, and a full display of Homer's toxic competitiveness. And yes, we get the iconic "the ball is your enemy" scene. Meanwhile, Lisa, who's clearly the only voice of reason, helps Bart practice using Buddhist-like philosophies. That includes things like controlling his mind, breathing techniques, meditation, and smashing the cinder blocks with his head, because The Simpsons knows how to mix gentle wisdom with cartoon obscurity. Homer versus Ned, a battle of dad egos. Let's talk about how much this episode dives into the Homer versus Ned rivalry. Season 2 is where Homer's jealousy of Ned really starts solidifying. Flanders is everything Homer isn't: a loving dad, a good neighbor, and someone who, without trying, just excels at life. So, when the topic of wager comes up, you know Homer is going to make it ridiculous. The stakes? The losing father has to mow the winner's lawn in their wife's Sunday dress. Wildly petty? Yes. Over the top? Absolutely. Classic Homer? Without a doubt. Even Ned, who's hesitant but still playing into the neighborly competition, agrees. Because he doesn't really know how to say no while being polite. At this point, Homer is more invested in crushing Ned than he is in Bart's mini golf career. This classic blurring of fatherly support and straight up ego is prime Homer Simpson content. The tournament and tensions. Tournament day arrives, and the energy is high. We're treated as some of Springfield's quirkiest side characters showing up to support their kids. And what's a Simpsons supporting event without a bunch of outrageous antics? Todd and Bart absolutely dominate through each round, slowly making their way to the finals. And then, the inevitable happens. Bart versus Todd, the best pals turned rivals. Despite the pressure from both Homer and Ned, Bart and Todd are surprisingly reasonable. They make their own deal to tie the match, much to their dad's horror. This moment represents some real growth for Bart. He's choosing sportsmanship, while Homer, being Homer, is just crushed. His big ego boosting victory is slipping away. And the best part? Homer still honors the bet, mowing the Flanders lawn in Marge's dress, adding another humiliating notch in his rivalry with Ned. The entire scene is both ridiculous and kind of wholesome, and that Homer being pulled sort of. Themes and deeper analysis. So what does dead putting society really do for the show? Well, it touches on toxic masculinity and competition. Homer pushes Bart to all costs, ultimately using Bart's achievement as a way to validate himself. Father-son relationships. We see another layer of Homer's insecurities without a good dad compared to pressures kids face when parents put their expectations onto them. This episode is an early example of The Simpsons tackling serious themes while making you laugh along the way. Homer's jealousy of Ned is rooted in his own fear of not being enough, while Bart shows emotional growth by choosing his own path instead of giving in to his dad's ego. Animation-wise, you'll notice a tightening of visual gags here. Whether it's Lisa's training in the dark or Homer's wild-eyed coaching sessions, everything feels sharper than Season 1. This episode also adds layers to Ned's character. Sure, he's still annoyingly perfect, but we see him try to loosen up and have some fun with Homer's antics, showing that even perfect neighbors can get competitive too. Alright, let's get into some fun facts you might have missed. The episode title is a parody of Dead Poets Society. Duh. Instead of poetry reading in caves, we get dads in dresses mowing lawns. A true masterpiece. This episode features one of the earliest uses of Lisa's spiritual guide. Her meditative training with Bart foreshadows her later exploration of Buddhism in She of Little Faith. It's cool to see those seeds being planted this early. The Homer-Ned rivalry kicks off here. This is the episode that really established their competitive dynamic. Sure, Ned had already annoyed Homer a bit, but after this, the rivalry became a recurring theme for years. And that's Dead Putting Society, an episode about mini-golf, but also about pride, pressure, and personal growth. It's weird. It's heartfelt, and it's cemented one of the show's most iconic rivalries. Next up, Bart versus Thanksgiving, where Bart pushes familiar boundaries in a whole new way just in time for the holidays. Trust me, you won't want to miss the chaos that unfolds. Question of the day. What's your favorite Homer versus Ned moment throughout the series? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into all things Simpsons.